Yep, reacting to the new trailer. It's called Cronos: The New Dawn. I've heard about this. I forgot what game show this was at, but it's basically like Dead Space. I'm pretty interested for it, obviously. I was put in 4K. It does look very interesting. These are the guys who made Silent Hill remake. I like the vibe, man. And one of these things I gotta give Dead Space likes a thing for Callisto Protocol. They have like 10 out of 10 art style. Always. This looks like you're. I don't know if you're in space though. Looks like you're like in an abandoned city. I do like this aspect. I've seen this trailer already.
You almost fried there. Good thing I was around. Traveler.
It's probably the guy before you. But there's one thing. Holy shit, my throat. There's one thing I want to talk about when it comes to this game is that obviously, I mean, I don't know if it's hard to call. Everything feels like a Dead Space. Like, I'm not trying to discredit it by saying that or anything. Obviously, they're not in space. I don't even know why I said that. They're obviously not in space. But I will say, from the Callisto Protocol, from what I remember of it, I played it. I think it's on my channel or one of my channels, but I didn't beat it mainly because it wanted to be Dead Space, but also it didn't. So it felt like it was battling itself, where it had this weird melee system where you had to like swing to the left, swing to the right with your body, and then you got to hit them with melee. It's like, nobody wants to do that. In this trailer, they didn't use any trailer. They haven't used melee one time. Not one time have they used melee, and you can use melee in Dead Space. He has a melee, but you really only use it for breaking crates. You're not really supposed to use melee for killing enemies. I mean, you can just stomp on them to finish them, but you're not supposed to melee your enemies to kill them at the basis of the game. Um, I do like the don't merge aspect. I haven't seen that done. So credit to the blooper team. I have not heard of a game where you have to stop your enemies from merging that are from a dead enemy to finish the fight faster. I kind of wonder how detrimental that's going to be. I really hope they lean heavily into that and punish players who like, maybe you kill somebody and then you start running away from an enemy and that enemy don't chase you, so it fuses and now you got to deal with a boss battle. I really do hope they punish enemies for that. But yeah, this game leads heavily into gunplay, which I really like. I really like that. I didn't like the whole because it was weird because like in Callisto Protocol, the game was like melee focused, but at the same time, it was dangerous to be close to them. So it's weird. But I am pretty interested in this. The art direction is obviously a 10 in my opinion. It's not art direction basically just detail to the area around you. Looks insane. I love that. I love that. That's my favorite thing about video games is the art style. But hopefully the games are not really actually. I don't like horror games in general. I do not like horror games. I do like Dead Space One. It's the only Dead Space I've played. I do like the RE games, and the reason I like them games is because they're combat focused. I don't mind getting jump scared if I can shoot the thing that jump scared me. That's why I like this. Like I'm definitely down for this. I'm just not a coward simulator. It's one of the reasons like I've never been interested in the games like The Last of Us, not The Last of Us, Outlast, um, the the Deep Wakes the Deep Wakens, something like that. But I'm not scared. I'm not a fan of games that just try to scare you without gameplay. But this does look interesting, man. I'm actually very excited for this. I definitely will be buying it. I wonder what the price is. That's another thing. Is this a $70 title? Based off the art style, I'm gonna say yes, but it depends how big it is, how much content it has. Because it could be a straight 8 hour story, um, but they could have an 8 hour story with a time what's it called? A time what's it called that Resident Evil has? Where it's like you're going against time. But they could have a thing where it's like, it's an 8 hour story, simple, very good story, very good gameplay. But they could also have a thing where it's like you're going against time, kill enemies to get more time, get your record. Um, they could have that. Um, but they could add a DLC, which I feel like games like this kind of need DLC. Story games because nobody wants to wait 4 years or 3 years to get a story. So if you can, drop a $30 DLC or $40 DLC a year later, which will do a lot for the core fan base. But I'm interested in it. I definitely so far it's definitely on my radar to be getting. I don't know when it drops this year, so that's pretty nice. But peace, that's in the video, and goodbye.